It's the NFL on EA Sports. And
Si
if
quieres,
it's in the
espérate hasta que se
game,
vayan.
it's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay
Okay,
Packers.
Max.
And it comes your way next
Okay, Max.
on Madden NFL 25.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks in the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup, and I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league, and really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Carry here for Brown. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now Brown. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll find Andre Yusibas. 11 yards on the pass there. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's Brown. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
That one on target to Watson. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 31 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine Pratt.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play action now. It's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They go play action for Burrow. He's going to keep it himself. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now he'll run it.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Packers offense ready for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Working across the field, he spots Watson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down and 3. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Chris Jenkins there on the tackle. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Bengals on top. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. To throw is Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice runner in the red zone. It's 1st down. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That is caught at the 3. And the Packers have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. And this time, he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivon. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Burrow. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On 1st down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivon. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
That is caught, finding Higgins. A gain there of 10 yards. And the Bengals gonna have a 1st down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Burrow now to throw on first down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense head back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up. Packers set to kick this one away, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This will be from 42 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a solid first half for the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it
First half
to win
played
it.
out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Now a loose football. Oh, he gets it right back. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Ooh. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bengals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Taken in by Gesicki. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. Unfortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked, going the other way.
The ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Stop at the 6, and that sets up third and goal. Burrow now. That's hauled in at the 2, and he's in. Mike Gesicki, touchdown Bengals. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. Oh! And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Packers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with first and 10. On the bootleg, it's Love. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A good play action with Love. That one on target to Watson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Jacobs. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Chris Jenkins, there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7, 1st and goal. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's Love. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. To throw is Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That one complete to Watson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Running is Jacobs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. To throw is Love. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, Jacobs. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And they'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can before 3rd down. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to air this one out. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play.
What a defensive breakdown, Mike. It's the last play of the game. You have to keep everything in front of you and then just rally tackle. But instead, they let him get behind the defense. He does the rest after the catch, and this is going to take a while for them to get over this one. That is just a brutal loss.
So, this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Snip completed. Button. Press twice to select. New notification. 52 minutes and 31 seconds.